I got into a startup accelerator program for my
Mm-hmm.
startup. I got chosen. And तो पहले दिन ही उन्होंने पूछा,
From the Garden State, New Jersey, from one mom to another, it's time for Mom's Talk. Here's Avani.
Welcome, Supermoms, to Mom's Talk. Today we have with us a mompreneur who has worked in a corporate world and is now running her own organization. Joining us from California, Preeti Tikekar. Preeti, you're very welcome to the show.
thank you so much, Avni, for having me on. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Preeti, first of all, I want to congratulate you for this amazing success of your organization. And I would actually want to know a little bit more about what you do. What is this organization about?
So I'm the CEO and founder of Membition. And
Mm-hmm.
Membition is actually a company which deals with nonprofits. It helps them manage the day-to-day operations for nonprofits. It streamlines their operations and help
Mm-hmm.
them grow and become more successful and stable. So it's a beautiful feeling to work with them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think you're making a huge difference, making it easy for all these nonprofit organizations to work flawlessly.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Um, Preeti, how did you get started on this?
So it's, life is a journey. And it's a beautiful journey. It's how you want to lead it. And sometimes life does give you clues, and you just have to kind of pull them towards yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'll just be walking on that path without noticing anything. So I had a company earlier, and I used to do it was a IT consulting company,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to work with just regular how you do software development or whatever. And lo and behold, I came across through somebody. I came across this one association, and they actually were just a normal association. It's a professional association, and they
Mm-hmm.
wanted an IT consultant. And I'm like, okay, I'll become your IT consultant, but what do I consult? You don't have any IT. So I started proposing things to them. And lo and behold, from that one little project came this entire software product.
Uh-huh.
Where another association wanted it and another one wanted the same system. And
Mm-hmm.
then it came to a point where I said, okay, if everybody wants it, then I might as well create a system in the cloud. And that's where this whole product came about.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself, and well, for me, it was a way to give back. I've always been an avid volunteer since my childhood. Even when
Mm-hmm.
I was growing up in India, it was I used to volunteer there too, in different places, and and now I came here and I still volunteer in homeless shelters. I go cook for 80 people. I still donate. I volunteered all the way through for my kids' schools, and I just love it. It's my passion. And then I thought, if my passion could be translated into something that I could do, then
Mm-hmm.
this was it. And this is the way that I started my company. And I just started working with nonprofits, and it's exciting.
That's wonderful. You mentioned you were in India, and then how did that come about? इंडिया से यूएस के आने की जर्नी कैसी रही? क्या आपको यहाँ खींच के लाया?
Um, so I came here, actually, so my background was in architecture.
Okay.
I did my professional degrees were actually earlier in architecture.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was an architect. I came here to do my internship, and then I went back, and my, now husband, he was there, and he came and proposed, and I was like one of those who was very happy in India. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, doesn't matter. Let's go give it a shot in the US. And I'd already been here a few times, so I knew the
Mm-hmm.
life here. And I'd had a very, so I come from a family of architects and doctors. My father's an architect and my mother's a doctor. And so I thought, okay, I have a ready practice in India. In Delhi, I was going to join his practice. And then as destiny would have it, I came here. And it's been, now it seems forever. I mean, this is home. So I've been here. And so once I came here again, I was, you know, as an architect, I was, I thought this is going to be my life's journey. And my kids were born, and then I tried to go back into architecture, but it was like a very involving field where I would be working nights and stuff. And so after doing my, you know, 2 professional degrees in architecture, I said, okay, what do I do? And being in Silicon Valley, if it's not architecture, then what do? You do something in IT. And so I went back to school. I actually went back to school with 2 kids in tow, and I did my computer information systems from Berkeley. और जब ग्रेजुएट किया तो उसके राइट अवे मुझे फिर प्रोजेक्ट मिलने शुरू हो गए, और वो मैं घर से कर सकती थी। फिर मैं उसको बच्चों को भी देख सकती थी और घर से भी दोनों कर सकती थी आराम से। और आराम तो खैर नहीं था, बट हाँ वो तो आई थिंक एक मदर बनने का पैकेज डील होती है कि आराम तो होता नहीं है, यू नो, किसी भी हाल में, चाहे आप काम करें या ना करें, फुल टाइम जॉब है। और अगर आप मदर होने के बाद जॉब करते हैं तो वो ओवर टाइम जॉब होती है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो बस फिर उसी तब कंपनी शुरू करी, और आज तक ये मेरी दूसरी कंपनी है। सो अच्छा है, यू नो, सब कर सकते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है।
आप इतनी आसानी से इस बात को बोल रहे हैं, दूसरी शुरू करी, सब कर सकते हैं, तो मुझे ये क्यूरियोसिटी हो रही है जानने की कि एक स्टार्टअप जब आप करते हैं, आपका एक तो पहले तो यू स्टडीड सो मच, उसके बाद में आपने फील्ड चेंज करी, उसके बाद में ये स्टार्टअप आपने किया, तो हर कोई ये बात करता है इट्स नॉट इजी, यू नो, यू आर स्टार्टिंग समथिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच अगेन। तो ऐसी कौन सी ऐसी चैलेंजेस थी आपके लिए जो आपने ओवरकम करी टू हैव अ स्टार्टअप एंड देन ब्रिंगिंग इट टू दिस लेवल?
So in a startup is like another child. It's like a baby, you know. It needs your constant attention, and you have to constantly be at it. So I think in a startup, one thing is very important, that you have to have that faith. Faith in that you are capable, and whatever you're doing there is a good in it. Then after having that faith in it, you have to be, it's perseverance. You just have to be at it. बहुत ups and downs आते हैं। कई दिन तो ऐसे लगता है कि सुबह उठो लगता है what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And फिर अपने आप the universe kind of aligns itself and gives you some clues where you say, no, this is the best thing I could do. And every single day when you see it getting better, it just gives you more energy to do it. Yes, I will not deny it. There are days where, you know, there are down days that you feel, oh my goodness. But then you know, you get up in the morning, and that is one thing that you have to believe is resilience. It is absolute resilience, and you have to have that belief and faith that it is going to be the best. And that is what kept me going all these years. And बच्चों के साथ ये था, yes, I would not even say sacrifice, because you do have this thing of बच्चे भी उतने ही important है, शायद ज़्यादा important है। काम कंपनीज आती हैं जाती हैं, कल को कंपनी रहे ना रहे, who knows, but बच्चे तो आपके साथ ही है ना, that you are building their future. True. by being around them. So the kids were equally important. I never ever sent them to a daycare. I used to get up in the morning, this was my routine, I used to get up in the morning, pack them off to school, and then work with my customers here, and then go pick them up, take them all over जहाँ उनको जाना होता था, टिपिकल अमेरिकन लाइफ, स्विमिंग भी करनी है एंड आफ्टर स्कूल स्पोर्ट्स भी हैं, और फिर शाम को पढ़ाई भी करनी है, फिर यहाँ तो घर भी चलता है, सो द हाउस ऑल्सो इज अनदर बेबी. And then I had a team in India. I had an office in India. And so I would start working with them after reading and putting the kids off to bed. I would start my work in India and work till 3 in the morning. And my life would begin again the next morning at 7. So I was literally living in like 4 hours of sleep. I have actually gone to pick up kids from school and slept in the car just 15 minutes before I picked them up, just to get that cat nap and re-energize myself. So I would not say it's a sacrifice. It's your passion for both the things. बच्चों को भी देखने का passion और काम करने का भी, which gets you forward.
That's amazing. That's amazing. आपकी बातें सुन के वाकई में ऐसा लग रहा है कि nothing is impossible. Everybody has those 24 hours. आप किस तरीके से use करते हैं आपका time management is also a key. Being a multinational organization, what are the challenges that you face in the day-to-day operations?
So for me, the experience of working in India was, or anywhere else, I worked with people in India, in Philippines, in Europe. It is to see it, every place has its own culture and work ethics, and to build upon that is a challenge, because we living in America have a certain way of working, and that's not the case everywhere else. So first you have to understand how people work there, and then gradually mold them to the way that you want them to work. So people in India, usually, that's what I noticed, or actually not even in India, I would say Southeast Asia, or actually Asia, I would say. You tell them to go from point A to point B and they will go. How they go, they don't know. You just tell them, they will go. Whether it works, whether it doesn't, who knows? So I had to actually create this environment for them where it would be an openness. I would tell them that I need to be at point B, but you have to tell me the best path. My path is not the best path. And my whole thing is that I give them space to talk, space to understand me, space where I can understand them. It's not like an employer-employee relationship. You have to get the fear factor out of any relationship, even with your own children. If you bring them up in fear, they are going to go out in the world as not as confident kids. So that removing that fear from a relationship is very important to grow. And that is what we instill in our people in India also.
That's wonderful. बहुत अच्छे से आपने बताया, प्रीति. What you just said it's absolutely right that you need to give that comfort zone में उस zone में ले आना पड़ता है हर किसी को if you want to get the best out of the people.
Right, and it's very important to be able to speak up. And I always tell everybody, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. अगर आपको लगता है कि जो मैंने कहा या जो मैं कर रही हूँ वो गलत है, तो आप गुस्से से भी बोल सकते हैं, प्यार से भी बोल सकते हैं, और बच्चों के साथ भी, किसी के साथ भी. It's how you say it. And that is what is important in a relationship, that openness to be able to speak and express.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूंगी, what would be your message to people who are in a constant struggle or are facing a constant challenge in their life of starting something new?
So first of all, you have to be clear in your own mind. That clarity has to be there. You can fool anybody, but you can't fool yourself. So you have to be very clear and true to yourself, that what exactly am I facing? And once you have that and you think, why am I facing it? The problem today is that we all think that this is not right. But nobody thinks, why is it not right? आप खाना बनाते हैं, आप उसमें फिर टेस्ट करते हैं, आप कहते हैं ये अच्छा नहीं है, बट कभी सोचा है क्यों नहीं अच्छा, so that अगली बार जब आप बनाएंगे तो नमक कम था तो नमक ज्यादा डाल देंगे, अगर कड़वा ज्यादा था तो कड़वाहट कम कर देंगे, अगर मीठा कम था तो मीठा ज्यादा डाल देंगे या कम कर देंगे. So you have to first know that there is a problem. You have to understand that there is a problem. And once you understand that there's a problem, you have to accept it. हाँ है, अब क्या? And then you have to act upon it. So it's very easy to say that there is negativity in my life. But for what? And for that, I mean, the way I do it is I actually meditate. I meditate over things. I have gone through a 10-day Vipassana course where it's a 10-day silent meditation. You are meditating, I don't know, maybe about 20 hours a day, sitting on a 2x2 mat. And all that does is it makes you introspect, look within. And once you start looking within, things start getting clearer outside. The problem is we keep on looking outside. We keep on looking outside for acceptance. We keep on looking outside for acknowledgement. We keep on looking outside for praise. But if you are content within yourself, the negativity will never come around you. Take baby steps. What do you want to change? How do you want to change it? Look outside for help. There is the world around you, sitting there to help you, to take care of things for you. But so reach out. And that is what is happening in today's world. Again, everybody's getting insulated. You might have 1,000 friends on social media, but how many do you reach out? And this COVID has actually taught us that there are a few people you reach out to. So you reach out, and there is a universe out there to get you away from your negativity. And at the end, be grateful. Gratitude is the biggest thing which people forget. If you thank, the universe will take care of you. And that is exactly how I work in my startup world, where I'm really grateful to the people I've met. And sometimes you really meet people you don't know from where and what happens. And that's how I got my previous customer. I was in a conference and I got a call from somebody I'd met like 5 years ago. And they didn't come for the product, they come for you. So you are the product. So that is important. Give yourself the positivity and everything else follows. I got into a startup accelerator program for my startup. I got chosen. And तो पहले दिन ही उन्होंने पूछा, why are you here? और मेरा जवाब बस इतना था that, I have worked, I've had a startup. Yes, I have customers. Everything is great if you look at it. And it was, I will not complain. But it's like I felt like a silkworm in a cocoon. So आप अपने जब एक शेल में होते हैं, cocoon में होते हैं, जैसे silkworm होता है, वो silkworm अंदर अपना silk churn करता रहता है और आप उसको लगता है कि this is the best there is. The minute you get out and you see, oh my God, I was churning the silk. Is it that great or could it be better? So you have to get out of your shell in order to see your true worth. You cannot be constrained. And one thing is there, I always tell everybody, try to find a mentor. You might have the best of knowledge, even if you take, the leaders of today, they've all had mentors. And mentor doesn't mean that professionally aapko wo, job leke denge to wo mentor ho gaye. Somebody who you can learn from. It could be anybody. It could be your neighbor. It could be your sibling. It could be your parent. It could be anybody. It's like लोग गुरु ढूंढने जाते हैं. सबको पता है स्पिरिचुअलिटी क्या होती है, अच्छा हाँ ये करना है, बट एक गुरु क्यों ढूंढते हैं? आपने गाना सीखना है, आप गा सकते हैं, कहीं सड़क पे खड़े होके भी गा सकते हैं, कमरे में भी गा सकते हैं, बट गुरु क्यों ढूंढते हैं? So look for a mentor who will actually make you a better person, unknowingly or knowingly, and somebody who who you can again be open with, and find a few people. You don't need the world around you. You need those few people in your cohort who actually make you a better person. Strive for that. And the same thing in a company. I mean, what are you, even in a job or at home, every single day you should be a better person. It's like, for me, I think that's why I got into this nonprofit space, because I believed in it. So it's like, what did my every day comes up, जब मैं सुबह उठती हूँ या रात को सोती हूँ, तो मेरे दिमाग में बस ये आता है, मैंने आज क्या सीखा और मैंने आज क्या किया. सीखना अपने लिए है, to make myself better. And when I give, I make somebody else better in some ways. So if you can do, both, you're blessed. And in a company also, that's what you do. You make yourself better, you're making the company better, but the company has to make somebody else's life better too. So that's what you do.
Wonderfully said, Preeti. I think I'm looking forward with a book, that you'll write on women entrepreneurship.
Actually, I've been that has become my second mission, is to empower young girls and women.
There you go.
whoever it is, even if it's just any woman, and if we don't help each other, nobody is going to come and help us.
That's absolutely right.
So we have to uplift everybody. And that is the beauty of this relationship, that, when we can all uplift each other and see each other grow.
Preeti, it's truly my pleasure to listen to you, to have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time.
It has been my pleasure to talk to you, and I just truly appreciate what you're doing. It is so important that, we all can speak, but to have your voice heard, you do need people like Avani there.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Preeti.
So we are speaking, and you are actually being the voice behind all this. So it's keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And we're all in it together to uplift each other.
Absolutely. And I'm wishing you all the greater success.
Thank you so much. And I say, if God gives you lemons, make margarita. Don't settle in for lemonade. Make margarita. Live it up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Preeti.
Thank you. It has been my pleasure, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hi, this is Avani from Mom's Talk. Help me spread the word and join me on my mission of motivating other moms by sharing the video. Thank you for watching.